Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin. Hopefully I don't get into a massive rage fit today. But we're gonna find out. I apologize for how angry I got last time because I just wasn't willing to accept the way the story was flowing, not allowing me to choose to fight for my monster. I mentioned this a few times. Oh, I can control the camera flow here. That'll make getting out of the house easier. I hate these guys. I am, like, no longer a fan of hunters after this bullshit. L'amour. Sorry, guys, Ow. Holy crap. That was interesting. Hunters are able to take on monsters on their own. Their skills and attacks also have 3 types, just like a rider. If you and a hunter target the same opponent using the same attack type and win a head-to-head, a double attack will occur. Hunters' skills use up their hunting gauge. When their gauge reaches level 3, they can unleash very powerful hunter arts. When a kinship skill and hunter art are used simultaneously, they become a double kinship skill, which hits all opponents for a massive damage bonus. So hunters are basically just riders that don't have a mount. And they have a hunting gauge instead of a combat gauge. Ooh, look at that! There's the upgraded version of the Ludroth. That's a Hermitar. So I take out my pipe! Oh my god, that stunk. Hey, Roberto, why are you getting your ass beat? He'll be mad in the same pants he got Glad in. Hey, Liz. Ow, oh my god. Sorry, guys. That's how you know it's done. Alright. Oh, damn, he dropped.
That was a breeze.
Hermitar shells. I actually need those for my next upgrade.
A monster's been causing a ruckus. It's not a local creature, but it's been seen going totally crazy on several occasions. Allegedly.
Allegedly? What do you mean?
Well, I've never laid eyes on it myself, but if we wait long enough, it's bound to turn up. Hey dudes, look! There's fungus among us!
Who cares about mushrooms? We're concerned about Ratha.
Take it down a notch, bro.
No! I won't take it down a notch! Not until you give me back my fucking dragon!
Time's a wasting. Find us this monster so we can prove our strength and get Ratha back.
Cool it for a sec. First, we need to learn more about what we're after. That's basic stuff for us hunters.
My buddy here is a writer, though. We have our own way of doing things.
You just don't get it, dude.
No, it's not that we don't get it, it's that we don't care.
Try using your noggin for a nanosecond. It's you who doesn't get it. I see now why it's impossible for writers and hunters to get along.
Just chill for a minute. Deep breaths. Look at all these beautiful shrooms.
You're telling me to calm down? I feel so betrayed. Even Lilia won't trust us.
The Scriveners just see things differently than hunters or riders. That doesn't mean Lilia's not your bro, though.
Yeah, actually it kinda does when she helps you put my dragon in a cage where he doesn't belong, kidnap him, and separate him from me. Shut the fuck up. Quit acting like this isn't a big deal, and justify it appropriately, you dumbass.
Doesn't seem that way to me.
Hey, see those shrooms over there?
Enough! What's with your mushroom fixation?
Just take a look. Lots of them are growing in this area. Any idea why?
What does that have to do with monsters?
Monsters eat mushrooms.
Huh? But wait, that is a lot of mushrooms. I do remember hearing, where there's a mushroom, there's a monster.
This is another thing that it doesn't make sense for Naviru to be our walking voice box for. He should already know this, and not have to just kind of recall it.
Yeah! See, your head's not completely full of fur after all. Hunters learn to tell what monsters are in the area based on the habitat.
Oh, I see. So by looking at plants and fungi and stuff, we can track the monsters down.
We learned that already earlier in the game. We just used scout flies to figure out a monster's trail. Why are we learning this now?
Now you get it? I wasn't just looking at mushrooms. I was searching for clues. This bro's got brains, am I right?
No, you don't.
Hmm?
Also, looking for all those shrooms isn't useful unless we know the monster we want to kill eats shrooms. So my response to that is, okay, do you know if the monster we're hunting actually eats mushrooms or not? Or is this just another one of your goddamn mushroom crazes? Because you've got a habit of having mushroom crazes. And I have a habit of not giving a shit. I do more damage with this level 1 hunting horn than he does with that greatsword. That is sad.
Time to finish this!
Midnight Blade.
No biggie, right?
I'm gonna break that shell wide open.
No better team than a hunter and rider.
Yeah, I prefer 2 riders. Come on out, Empress. Want to see what I can do? This is how a rider fights!
Well done.
Alright. Oh shit. Hi. What the hell? There was another daimyo over here? Never overture.
I'll get you back.
I'm so glad that stacks. Oh, for God's sakes, my monster's using technical attacks again. Empress! Empress!
It's our clutch moment, dude! I'll get it back.
I want you to try.
Whoa! Awesome! Here we go! This might hurt!
Alright, that was anime as fuck.
No biggie, right?
Should be enough Hermitar kills for now.
Thanks, dude!
Alright. Let's see here.
warming up.
Jesus! I fucked up my Nargacuga!
It's our clutch moment, dude.
Die!
That was a breeze.
Oh! It's a Cephalos. Oh, what? Their power? I thought they were speedsters. They're not weak to swords. They're probably not weak to this either. Ow! Why you gang up on my Nargacuga? Come here, I'm gonna kick your ass!
It's our clutch moment, dude.
Arcing Dragon. That's a pretty devastating move. Bitch.
Moment, dude.
Stop beating on my Nargacuga before I beat your ass! I'm gonna get all ninja and shit on your ass.
Not bad.
Rest in
No
peace.
better team than a hunter and rider.
I needed Cephadrome, or not Cephadrome, but Cephalos scales too, and materials, so that's... He was through the wall. That was what got me. I was like, wait a minute, what? Why is he in the wall? Spear tuna, wet fish, spear tuna. You don't ever actually have to fish in this game, by the way, to complete the fishing quests. If you really don't want to, you just go out and do what I'm doing. Use your aquatic swimmer monster You can just kind of fish that way. Just picking up fish that way. It actually works really good. It sounds less stupid when I talk like less of a moron, I promise. These guys, for whatever reason, are weak to blunt weapons, bashing their faces in. So that's what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be blunt bashing their skulls. And these guys... I didn't expect them to be speedster, or to be power monsters. In fact, I don't think they are in Monster Hunter Stories 1. I think these guys are not power types in the previous game. I think that got changed. I don't remember. Well, you want my foot in your ass? Come get it!
We're just warming up.
It classed it as an ice elemental attack for both of us.
No biggie, right?
There we go. Shiva and the Lizzie 2.0. Getting their levels in. Everything I can find. It's all mine now. A royal rhino. I'll shove it royally up a monster's ass. Hermitars. The good news about a hunter teammate is I won't just mistake his AI running around me as another monster. Mine. 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 This is the meanest way I've ever, like, messed with a Hermitar. Ancient Potion. He's trying real hard to look menacing, but I just don't find him menacing. Oh, hey, there's the unique Ludroth. There was only one chest of bottle caps in here, and I am angry at this discovery. Come here. I'll cut you, son! Swords aren't good for this guy. Fine. Then I guess you're gonna blush a pretty pink when we kick your ass! Okay, it buffed his hunting gauge and my kinship gauge a little bit. Look at that big, beautiful purple Ludroth. I want it. I want it for myself. Die. I'll take out my gun! wretched water. That may be a skill I have to take off of him later. Because it's not really helping him right now. Okay, bows for its head, but its stomach... Oh, that's... no... Oh, God. Yeah, I just ate shit. That's my boy!
That was a breeze.
Sorry, I'm quickly trying to look up what the purple Ludroth's egg will look like. Where is it? There's the purple Ludroth. Okay, its egg is pink with purple bands. Is that what I picked up? Yes! Yes! That's the egg I wanted. I love how the Triceratops skull on the back of his ass actually moves and shifts like that. Okay, the Sandona Barrens has a Ruby Basarius, the Purple Ludroth, and I think the Cephadrome. Yeah. Everything else is somewhere else. The Purple Ludroth is the only thing I wanted from this region because it's a stronger version of the Ludroth that has poison. And if anybody watching this now saw my previous stream series of Monster Hunter Stories 1, you will know that basically once I got a hold of the poison status ailment, I pretty much refused to let it go. And it served me well against a wide variety of monsters and enemies. It did prove useless against certain things, but I was not a one-trick pony in how I handled the game, so it ultimately ended up not mattering too much. Give me that. Lamour Desert has a couple of additional monsters. 5,000 Zenny, I'm okay with that. When I reach a catavan stand, I'm going back to upgrade some equipment, but not until then. Oink, oink, oink. For anybody wondering why I was absolutely furious with what's going on, it's not that characters have been retconned. I know one of my co-commentators is like, yeah, that Capcom has a bad tendency to poorly retcon their characters. The retconning was not my problem. My problem is that these are people who I knew to be friendlier than this and better than this. And, frankly more respectful and intelligent than this. And their attitude just very quickly does a massive 180 from what I remembered. I guess it's because they don't know the person that I'm playing in this game. Whatever. I'll be honest with you, I really don't care, because to me it's not a fitting excuse for basically treating my character like he doesn't matter. I understand that they think they need to capture Raisewing Ratha, but when my character is pretty much the only one who keeps him from losing his shit and burning the entire world down. Oh, Jesus Christ, that is a brute Tigrex. Yeah, I'm not fighting that. I don't want to get my balls kicked into my teeth. Thank you very damn kindly. How about no? Yes, there is a catavan stand nearby, and I'm trying to locate it. Could you shut up? Shut up. I swear to God, the more he opens his mouth, the less I want him to talk. I hate Naviru so much. Oh my God, I hate him. He ruins so much of what this game tries to do, simply by virtue of taking away moments that are supposed to be pretty much exclusively centered around the player.
Oh, hello.
There we go. The more the merrier. The more commodities. Yep. Go ahead and drop the beauty mushrooms on him. Sexy. Strength nutrient.
Thank you.
What?
Oh, hello.
He wants high-grade commodities now. Okay.
Thank you.
And he'll give me a defense nutriment for that. I am very glad to see that. Okay, I need to go talk to this idiot. So I can finally upgrade my Glacial Grace. I killed a crap load of Hermitars for this. There we go. I'm going to upgrade it again. I need Cephadrome materials to push this to tier 3. Okay. And then I needed 6 Cephalos scales for you. I'm probably going to have to go hunt more Legiana materials the way I'm going. I'm going to replace my Morsel Bowfish at this point because the damage buff from the Glacial Arrows might fix it. I need Lesioth materials. Plesioth materials, okay. Last time I couldn't really find Plesioth materials. I kind of had to find something else. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go hunt another Legiana after this. Particularly if I intend to actually continue to use this equipment. Okay. Yeah, I need Plesioth materials for that, and this... Yeah, the damage reduction is not that much. And I can do rapid fire with that. And then I need Cephadrome materials to max out my sword. Okay, what can I forge out of the Royal Ludroth? The purple one that I just killed. I can't build anything out of purple Ludroth material? Really? Yeah, apparently not. Can I forge its armor? Yeah. What are the skills that it gives? Okay. Okay. Salt in Wound is really good. This is not. This doesn't activate unless I start getting my ass kicked. This is good, like, Fortify is good for if you're getting the shit kicked out of you, but ideally if you're playing this game anything resembling correctly, that's not going to be a problem. Yeah, that's not a very good ability. Sometimes it is, but not really. Sometimes reduces amount of damage taken. Slight ice boost attack. Okay, the Legiana armor has really bad skills. I'm probably just going to stick with the Kezu. Because it has strong regeneration.
Thank you.
Okay, guy, do you have anything interesting right now? Super whetstone. Oh! He has stimulants for... He also has another expedition ticket. This will let me take on a co-op quest to explore a rare den. That costs 50 coins. Or 50 caps. Damn, that's heavy. Okay. He has Gravios and Guild Knight armor. The Gravios armor is very much worth it. That's meh. I'm not really having defense issues. Like none of those are good. None of these are good skills. Item Saver is the only good skill here, and its low chance of activation makes it unreliable. Yeah, like the Gravios armor is like the only thing I see here that I want. And I only really want it because it is a particularly strong armor. Does he have... Saver is a good one when it's at medium. I need to go hatch my new Ludroth. My stable is up here. Isn't it? Yeah, it's behind my house. Come out, sweetie. Come out to see us. Look at you. Oh, it's so cute when it's small. Look at it. What? No. Oh. Alright. Where's my girl? There we go. What was her name? Why can't I remember her name? That's her name. I could not remember her name. I don't know why, because Edelgard was kind of my girl when I played Three Houses. Yeah, I'm gonna take off the water soak gene. It's not helping him. Oh, wait! I didn't say stop. That's my girl. Hello, Pebbles. Here, baby. Come here. Come lay on your bed. Let me get your bed oriented for you. So you can come lounge. Sorry, guys. Gotta keep the cat satisfied. Does Lizzie have a good skill for Lizzie 2.0? There she is. There's my Furby. How's my Furby? How's she doing? You're always welcome here, Furball. I need a lot of flying wyvern stimulant. Yes. Can I help you? Yeah, I'm fucking you. I want more pets. I didn't get enough. Dad, I didn't get enough pets. Come on. Dad, I didn't get enough pets. Come on. You know I gotta have them. Sorry, everybody. My cat is being an attention hound. She don't know how to chill. Do ya? Do ya, you little fluffing stuff? Have I ever been wrong before? There's the Liz. Oh. Not every monster eats mushrooms, guys. Oh, that requires a burrower. I don't have a burrower yet. What the hell is that? It's a plesioth. I need to hunt you for materials. This guy needs to be taken down with a bow and arrow.
Show me your rage.
Ah. It's almost exclusively targeting my monsters and ignoring me. Time for revenge! You didn't really think it would be that easy, did you? Oh, too bad!
That was a breeze.
Holy crap. Edelgard went from level 1 to level 18. Holy shit, she learned Toxic Hazard and unlocked a gene slot.
Victory achieved! Now Lilia won't be able to brush us off like some amateurs. Buddy?
Any ideas why Plesioth showed up?
Look, my buddy isn't some kind of Plesioth mind reader.
It doesn't take mind reading to answer the question, dude. I thought you riders were supposed to understand monsters on some deeper level, right?
I gotta say, that's not much of a hint.
If you don't know the answer, how can you prove you've got the goods as a rider?
Okay, Roberto, what you're talking about is understanding the intuition of a monster. There are better ways and less dangerous ones to prove your point than this, and you intentionally avoided them.
Maybe it'll dawn on you later. Okay, on to the next one.
Wait, we're not done yet?
That's right, let's boogie.
I don't want to boogie with you, Roberto. I want to kick the shit out of you. The more you open your damn mouth, the more I want to hurt you. Plesioth. Okay, it's on the Sedona Barrens as a common monster now. What is a rider's true strength and how does one prove it? Unable to answer Roberto's question about the Plesioth, you travel towards the desert cave. What does it mean to be a hunter or a rider? What is their connection to monsters? No doubt the path you take will show you in due time. Quiet fury slowly game. You're asking the very basic and most fundamental of questions. And I really feel like my character would have an answer for this one. You insist on not really allowing him to have one. It's kind of grating on my nerves. again, this is one of those things where, like, my raw, seething fury for Naviru right now is... It's not coming from some stupid, inane wish to not actually, you know, really care and think about the situation. It's largely coming from the fact that Naviru is trying to act as a voice. My character is trying to emote without speaking, but Naviru is such a loud and obnoxious fucking distraction that I can't focus on my character in the moment. My character can't focus on himself in the moment because I have to keep putting Naviru in my goddamn mental foresight or on my peripherals if nothing else. And I can't stand this shit because why? Why does he constantly have to be opening his mouth to interject? If you took him out of there and allowed the player character to speak for themselves when they had these moments, it would work better. Particularly when the emoticon capacities of the platform this was originally built on, because this is PC and it was originally built for handhelds, don't really allow for that. You kind of lose my goddamn interest when my character barely even shifts his facial expression a quarter inch at all, regardless as to what's on his mind.
It's our clutch moment, dude.
And it's driving me up a wall that Naviru is constantly mouthing off like an imbecile, and my character is sitting there being quiet and quietly considering and contemplating and thinking, like, you know, like you're supposed to, but they don't ever really get the chance to be focused on. And why don't they get to be focused on? Why? Well, I'll tell you why. Because an annoying cat running off at the mouth is apparently just funny. Even when it's not funny. And I'm just well past the point of caring about Naviru's speech at all. I don't want to hear him. I don't want him to keep talking. I don't want him to say a fucking word. And why don't I? Because every time he opens his mouth, nothing he says is helpful. Nothing he says is pertinent to the goddamn situation. Nothing he says is useful. It's just random espousing shit, and I wonder if he's supposed to represent the younger audience who watch this or are playing this at the time. But I can't even really I can't even really assume that because I don't know. And I don't know because the game won't let my character have his focus time. For the love of God, stop making me have to focus on the stupid-ass cat. Let me focus on myself and my bond with my monsters. That's what's supposed to be the focal point. Not some stupid-ass talking cat running his jaw about dumb, stupid, ignorant, half the time inane shit that isn't pertinent to the fucking situation. I swear to God, if this happens in the third game, I'm gonna melt down. I'm kind of on the verge of melting down about it already, because it's ruining half the story. And it doesn't have to ruin half the story. It doesn't. Like, Naviru could add to these moments. He actually could. But the way they have set him up, just... It constantly hits free fall territory with me. To the point where I don't even know if I want to care about what Naviru is even trying to get across. I don't. And I don't want to care because I don't have a reason to care about why Naviru feels the way he does. I don't have a reason to care because his story's already been told, and him being in this game is just him being in this game. Like, all I could amount it to is bad fan service. I'm kind of mad at myself that I'm letting it get to me like this and not figuring out a better way to articulate what I'm feeling. Because I'm told I'm really good at doing that when I want to. And I need to bring that here, because that's part of why I do this. Thank you for getting rid of another bot. I think that's actually what I need to be doing, is more calmly approaching the realization of why Naviru sucks. And he doesn't suck because he sucks. I mean, he does, but he doesn't. Sharpen his blade so that he gets an attack buff. Activate my absolute evasion skill for myself. Let's go. I don't feel like Killer Tail is the kind of attack that would have missed. In my cupboard. Why? Okay, I don't have fairy.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, you did. That's very good. And I have more experience with Fairy and Fairy lore than I think you've ever had. Ooh, I can pick up a second drone.
Then a hunter and rider.
Noxious Spit. That's one of the attacks. That's one of the attacks I was hoping my monster would learn. She learned it. She learned it very quickly. Do I want to pick up a Cephadrome? I don't think I'm going to use it. Actually, yeah, I do want to pick that up because it might have a skill. It might have a skill. You are a cooker. You're a punk ass. No. See, I am Lord Punk ass. The difference is that I am a lord. And that gives me the right to occasionally be unnecessarily pompous. Yeah. That would be the point. That's the point of the joke. What is it with you in pink? It's because it's a great color. It's the best color. Is that a Gendrome? This is a Gendrome nest? Why is a rare monster den here a Gendrome nest? Gendrome are not rare monsters. They're extremely common desert raptor predators. Queen bitch? Yeah. I mean, what? You being lazy? That I believe. Damn it, these are all Cephalos. Edelgard! I have food for you. What? Probably shouldn't have brought Edelgard out of power. And power versus power. Yeah, that's that. Oh my god! Okay. She is not ready for this. Shiva! Come out and play, darling. You're level 26. At this point, I'm pretty sure you can handle yourself. I'll teach you the meaning of pain!
Our clutch moment, dude!
Are you ready to die? I had a pimple on my waist, and oh my god, it hit the most inconvenient time to be ungodly painful. How dare you! Not you. Roberto.
Team, then a hunter and rider.
You stole my kill. We'll make a good team, Hunter and Rider. Yeah, no, I don't care for hunters now in this game anymore. And I don't care for them, Roberto, because of you. That's your fault. It's just the most painful thing ever was that pimple. I've always wanted to see a Puke, mister. Do you have one? Yes, actually I do. Let me go to my stable and get it out to show you. Shows a kid a giant monster, gets rewarded for it. Sonic bombs. More damn Cephalos. Nobody wants to be the bad guy. Be the bad guy.
Show me what you can do. We're just warming up.
Dude, I'm not even warming up. These enemies are just trash.
Dark trash.
Slice you to pieces!
No better team than a hunter and rider.
What?
Roberto, spill the beans. Why did a Plesioth appear in the Barrens?
For the love of God,
Be
Naru,
patient.
stop
You'll find out
trying to
soon
be
enough.
my mouthpiece.
Does a Plesioth have something to do with the desert?
Want to chill it with the questions? The answer is there, if you listen to the monsters.
Listen to the monsters?
All right, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna have to say this. Hunters act like they understand monsters better than riders in this spin-off series. I'm sorry, no, by great fucking definition, you absolutely would not. As a hunter who hunts and kills them to maintain the balance of the ecosystem, somehow understand them better than those who ride them and fight alongside them in order to be part of the ecosystem. You sustain an ecosystem that your people have walked away from. We live in that ecosystem and have bonded with it. It is riders who should be teaching hunters, not hunters teaching riders. The only reason hunters are teaching riders is because the rider is supposed to be a newbie with no real idea of shit in the world. And I'm sorry, but I feel like writers should be teaching me how to be a writer, not a hunter trying to teach me how to be a hunter. Because what they're teaching is not hunting, it's basic understanding of the world, its ecosystem, and the functions of the animals within. As somebody who becomes a newly ordained writer and has had some experience under their belt, this is stuff I would already know. So he is retreading this shit that was told to us in the last game already, by the way, and is now being told to us again because, well, it's a different character. Well, what if you didn't play the first game? Well, here's the thing. If you know anything about a bond with animals, then on some level you know a lot of what the fuck he is telling you. You're just not consciously aware of it, and you might not have articulated it to yourself. And this is infuriating as hell to me, because I don't need these people to tell me this shit 2 games in a row. Not only that, as a writer, it is I who should be telling him this. But I have no voice. I have to let a cat stand in with no brain in his skull. The presentation for this system is not only patronizing, it's infuriating.
Look, I know they don't actually speak, but it's possible to find out why they came somewhere and what's making them act all weird. If you pay attention to them, is what I'm saying.
Old Red could hear the voices of monsters, though.
Red? Who's that?
My buddy's grandpa. He was a genius writer, and my friend here has definitely inherited that.
Red. I feel like I've heard that name before.
What's gotten into you? And what's with that face?
Do you mean like the Red?
Yes, I'm talking about Ash fucking
you knew
Ketchum
him?
from Pokemon Red version. Oh my god.
Dude, only the name. He's known amongst hunters as a pretty radical writer.
Wowza, buddy! Even hunters know about your grandpa.
Yeah, it's just too bad that his grandfather isn't really who matters right now. It's me.
So your Gramps was Red. The far-out rider who could vibe with monsters. In that case, you better up your game, kid.
Why?
Okay, let's go see if you figured out the
Why
answer.
do I need to up my game? How do I need to up my game? Do you even understand what the fuck you are saying? Because you're telling me a lot of things, but you're not actually telling me the point. And if this is something that I'm supposed to figure out for myself, you walking around, dancing around the goddamn point, honestly, all that would really serve to do is piss me off. Because the odd part is that I understand these monsters better than you do, and you're trying to insist that I don't. And so far, even in gameplay, you have shown zero inclination of that. Somehow my character doesn't understand that monsters eat mushrooms. I'm sorry, if I was a writer, by this point, I would know that. So that was a dumb plot thread. The only reason that plot thread existed at all is because you have an obsession with fucking mushrooms. Hey, Doc. I hate this, I hate this story beat so much, because this story beat doesn't even work as a greenhorn rider, and at this point I'm not even a greenhorn, I'm a journeyman. And the game is still treating me like I'm an ignorant jackass. No, in this case, they're about as far off as they could conceivably be. Like, honestly, the level of the player thinks they know shit, but they actually don't, that's been going on right now, when I actually know more than anybody else does about what's going on, but my character is not allowed to open his mouth and fucking talk, is beyond infuriating. Like, it's pissing me off to no end, and I really wish it would stop. One. You're getting on a classic, okay? I am streaming right now. I am not looking at anything but my screen. Hello, Red. And it's not like this story beat. It's not like this story beat couldn't work. Again, on some level, it could work, and obviously it somewhat works because my character is basically a kid. I'll tell you why it doesn't work right now. It doesn't work because the delivery is coming from a hunter. Hunters would not know better than writers. They just wouldn't. It's a, I'm sorry, but this is a fact. You would not know this better than I do. Get over yourself. And the goddamn game keeps insisting my character, because he's a kid, he's stupid, he's ignorant, he knows nothing about the world, he doesn't even know the fundamental basics of hunting monsters. Bitch, if I didn't know, then why have I been hunting them up to this point successfully? That's why I really wish this game would stop it with this crap, because this is the second game in a row they've done this with. You know, not every one of these games needs to be a, oh hey, let's go on another one of those journeys of self-discovery. No, I don't need a self-discovery journey for the second game in a row. But that's literally what this is, and the worst part is my character can't have proper moments of self-discovery because of a dipshit cat that's following him around and constantly taking up those moments with his pig ignorance. So even after my character figures things out on his own, the cat has to have it spelled out for him because the cat is too stupid to understand. And to make matters even worse, and I'll be frank, this really does make this game even worse. The player is who a lot of this is supposed to be the focus of. How is the player supposed to feel the focus if they're always, and I mean always, second fiddle to the noise-making, mouth-breathing of a cat that isn't going on this journey with them? They're just there while this person has that journey. This is why this is such a painful experience. Doom 3. I never finished that game, but I did get pretty far into it. And I understand that I'm being very complacent about this, but journeys like this work best from a first-person perspective. Well, that first-person perspective sound, huh? That gives me an idea. Don't I have a sonic bomb? Surprise, bitch! Like, my complacency for this comes from the understanding of how this easily could have been better. And it could have been better if the developers had just simply let the player not have the power. Like, the more I play this game, the more I feel like Naviru is actually actively interfering with the story due to the delivery he has of so many of his lines and the attention that he is consistently drawing. 1,430 damage with that dual attack. Holy shit. Alright, Liz, I understand. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm like losing my mind about this. Oh shit, that's a technical attack. I expected him to go for power attacks. And it's just this execution is all over the place because hunters keep talking about this deep-seated bond with nature that they have. They talk about it, though, as though the rider doesn't have a bond with nature at all. By definition, we ride these monsters as our... And, you know, we keep them as our friends. They're not just pets. They're teammates. They're brothers and sisters. They're a part of us. And we're a part of them. That is how the bond of the kinship of rider and monster works. The level of depth that riders and hunters have with nature shouldn't even be anything close. Hunters should understand that there is a balance of nature that needs to be maintained, so they should never overhunt. But riders should understand the balance of nature by understanding the behaviors, ticks, and behavioral readings of monsters on a fundamental level.
Was the Cephadrome?
And because of the issue here in the execution, instead, it comes off as the writer who would have to bond with nature on a fundamental level to properly bond with their monsters, as knowing less than anything about anything compared to somebody who just kills monsters for a living to protect people and sustain an ecosystem. That is incredibly dumb. It's literally the inverse of how this situation should work. And it only has any level of validity because your character is supposed to be a greenhorn. But this far into the story, I'm sorry, I have enough goddamn experience to be able to tell you, Roberto, what you're getting at, I should already know. Naviru, what you keep saying is dumb as shit. And the more you open your mouth, the more I hate you. And I hate you because my character should be able to pick this up without you asking stupid questions. The audience should be able to pick this up without you having to ask stupid questions.
Correctamundo. The Cephadrome drove the Plesioth out of its territory.
Thank you. That's exactly what I thought as soon as I saw the Cephadrome attack us.
In its usual habitat, the Plesioth wouldn't have troubled us.
You're making me feel sorry for it.
It's the natural order of things. We're all just trying to survive.
The Plesioth started attacking everything when it was driven out of its lair by Cephadromes who stole its lair. And the Plesioth was trying to find a new home, didn't know how, and was upset and angry and violent because it had no safe place to retreat to.
It's necessary? For survival?
Monsters compete for territory, dude. Then they devour one another to satisfy hunger. It's just the way it is. Like it or lump it.
So they attack each other simply because they want to live.
Okay. This is a gross and disgusting oversimplification of the purpose of animals in nature. And as an allegory, it's shit. I'm going to ask a couple of rhetorical questions in order to illustrate the point Roberto is trying to get across, and then I will answer them for you. What is the purpose of a pack of wolves? You might be inclined to say to take care of the pack, and to propagate and grow and hunt for more food whilst looking for places for the pack to roost. That is false. Nature created wolves and other carnivorous animals as a form of predator in order to keep herbivore populations in line. These carnivorous animals exist to make sure that herbivores do not overpopulate regions. Why do they do this? Because if herbivores overpopulate a region, what happens? I will tell you what happens. They eat all of the plants, the oxygen in the area dies, and all of the herbivores, because they have overeaten the plants, either move to another ecosystem and continue to eat all of those plants, or when they have no food and no way to get food, everything starves and everything dies. Wolves eat the herbivores in order to keep them in check. Herbivores are kept in check so that they do not overeat the plants. The herbivores keep the plants in check so that the plants do not overgrow and take over a region and then suffocate each other to death, starving for nutrients that they cannot sustain on, because there must be balance in nature. There is a delicate balance to everything in what, and this is going to sound corny because it comes from The Lion King, but it is a perfect analogy in a circle of life. Plants are in one section of that circle. Herbivores are in another section. Carnivores are in another section. And those three things keep each other in balance. The plants provide oxygen for the creatures that need to breathe it. The herbivores keep the plants from overgrowing and killing each other by eating a lot of them up. And they also prevent them from overtaking a region and possibly destroying certain other forms of life that aren't always good for plants. Carnivores keep the herbivores in check by balancing their population. Carnivores are balanced by the amount of food in a region. If there's not enough food in the region, carnivores starve and die. They have to keep themselves in balance and in check by ensuring only the strongest, smartest, and most dominant and capable of them survive. This is why in a wolf pack, only the alphas are allowed to breed and produce children, because the alpha couple is the smartest, the strongest, and most dominant and most capable at surviving. Then the rest of the pack raises those cubs to learn how to do this. Why? The circle of life. That circle has to be kept in balance. If that circle is disrupted, if, say, you killed off the wolves, then the herbivore population would explode. Then the plants in that region would become extinct, because the herbivores would eat every plant in there that's possibly even remotely edible. And it would destroy the ecosystem. The bug populations would be destroyed. The carnivore populations would be destroyed if there were others that were not capable of meeting the replacement needed for the wolves. And the various forms of deer and other life would die because they would lose their food sources. What Roberto is trying to get across is that balance here needs to be maintained, and these creatures disrupted each other. So, because the Cephadromes drove the Plesioth out of his fucking home, the Plesioth went somewhere else and wreaked havoc and fucked with another ecosystem and fucked with the humans in the region because he didn't know how to make a new home. He couldn't find a new home. His home was disrupted. If we had instead found the source being a Cephadrome and killed the Cephadrome and allowed the Plesioth to figure that out by luring him to his den and leaving it, the Plesioth might have chilled the fuck out. In fact, just killing the Cephadromes that invaded his home turf might have allowed him to go back to where he wanted to go and leave our region alone, because he wouldn't have a reason to be there anymore. These monsters have an ecosystem. They have a balance system. And if that system is disrupted, nature is disrupted. If nature is disrupted, nature falls apart. That's what Roberto is trying to say. Here's the problem. Writers should know that better than him, even as children. Even as a young writer, this is all stupid shit you should know and shouldn't need to be thrown in your face. They are using it to try and show the player how ignorant his character is supposed to be. The problem is that the heritage that I come from, this doesn't work. The training that I'm supposed to have, this doesn't work. The knowledge that I should have gained while raising monsters, just by raising several different monsters, this doesn't work. Because I would already figure all of that out. And I would know it better than Roberto. By nature of being a writer. Because if you're an unsuccessful writer, you wouldn't know this. We have proven to be a fairly successful writer, consistently learning from our mistakes, consistently growing our monster parties, consistently picking up monsters in new ecosystems, studying these ecosystems, learning them, hunting monsters, discovering their habits, learning how to fight them. We already know everything that this idiot is trying to shove down our throats. So the fact that he's doing this is patronizing. This is for Naviru's stupid ass, not for me. And this is supposed to be my journey, which is why this fails, and why it doesn't work, and why it feels so fucking obnoxious to me, and why the writing feels absolutely god-awful. What does any of this have to do with being able to control Blazewing Ratha? Well, I need to be able to control him. I need to know these things. Guess what, dumbass? I'm a writer, raised in a village of writers, trained by a village of writers. They would have to know that in order to be that way. So I should have to know that. Already, before I even left Hakolo Island, I should have known this! So why is the game insisting on telling you? Because the player might not know. This would work better if the player was a hunter learning from writers. Because it is the opposite, it totally falls apart. And it totally falls apart in the most patronizing manner imaginable, probably because this game was meant for kids.
Right. And it's the same with hunters. We take down monsters so that humans can survive.
That's actually not true either, Roberto. You don't just take down monsters so that humans can survive. Because if you did that, you'd kill every monster species into non-existence, and then you wouldn't have those problems. What you are actually trying to do is sustain an ecosystem whilst also sustaining a healthy human population. Why? Because the human populations in most hunter-controlled areas have kind of left nature behind for civilization, you know, the Industrial Revolution and such. It doesn't look like it, but there's a lot of industrial growth and development and control being built by humans about this point. Menelger was actually a really good example of a human being who thought he could force control of nature through science because he had left nature behind and left his understanding of it behind. That was actually something I feel like I didn't do very well, is articulate why Menelger is justified to be as stupid as he was. He's a scientist who left nature behind. He didn't give a fuck about the ideals of nature itself, or the understanding that nature has to have a balance. So, to him, science could conquer everything. I could just control that balance. But actually not. That's literally not how that works. People have been trying to do that for hundreds of years now, ever since the Industrial Revolution, using industry to try and control, manipulate, and dominate nature. It never worked. It either poisoned and destroyed ecosystems that they tried to control and regulate, or it utterly failed and caused natural disasters or extinctions of numerous species. The only way to fix nature is to try our best to recreate the ecosystem that was there before, and then back the fuck off and let nature take its course. Because science can help nature restore itself if it's used correctly, but it cannot replicate nature's balance on its own. Nature has to be able to do that by itself. You hunters don't just kill monsters so humans can survive. You have, on many occasions throughout several entries in the series, killed monsters so that ecosystems and other monsters can sustain and survive. and maintain a balance. You fuckers are supposed to be the bridge between the humanity that has left nature behind and nature itself, so that neither destroys the other. Because if one overtakes the other, then something goes extinct or something gets destroyed that is essential to survival. So, again, Roberto is the shittiest fucking hunter to send with us and explain this, because his explanation is tone-deaf, grossly oversimplified, and easily fucking lacking in nuance. If you wanted this to work, somebody who genuinely understood the balance and harmony of nature itself is who you should have consulted, i.e., a writer. Or perhaps at least a hunter who isn't given the persona of a fucking surfer bro that spends most of his time sniffing mushrooms.
We all take the lives of others to prolong our own.
No, that's not how that works. That's not the point of this. God damn it. If that was all there was to it, we all take the lives of others to prolong our own. No, not quite. Again, that's a gross oversimplification of it, because and my explanation of the circle of life is why. If we just killed wolves to clothe ourselves in their pelts until there weren't wolves anymore, we would lose the ability to use their fur as clothing, and nature would lose its carnivores that keep it in balance, its herbivores would spiral out of control, nature would be destroyed, and then we would die with it. The nuance in what he is supposed to be telling you isn't here. So, again, the writing kind of fails you.
And there's no changing it. You just gotta roll with it.
That's not the truth. That's a lopsided, stupid-ass, gross oversimplification of it. And you're an idiot, Roberto, for thinking that that's the lesson I needed to learn here.
It's just my opinion, but I think we stand to gain a lot from cooperating, you know?
We stand to gain a lot from you needing to go back to school, Roberto, and maybe talk to a few nature lovers who actually understand them. Because it's very clear to me that if this is your belief system, you're wrong. Because you don't understand nature. And that sucks. And the worst part is that I am a human who has left nature behind. I understand it better than you do, and you live alongside it every time you go out and do some hunting.
Riders can bond with monsters. Surely you can groove with fellow humans.
You want me to bond with my fellow man? Then my fellow man needs to be willing to integrate and understand with riders. And you aren't. You hunters tried to come to Hakolo Island specifically to kidnap Rathalos for some dumb shit experiment. Or to seek the Blazewing Rathalos. Which, you intended to kidnap, put in a fucking cell, and study like it was a science experiment. That's gonna piss it off. That's gonna create the problem that you dumb fucks are trying to avoid. And executing it isn't gonna fix the problem either, because you don't know where the source of these fucking rage ray pits are either. You want me to groove with you? Then you fuckers have to be willing to groove with me! And all you've done is try to dominate and control me! You can't do that! You're a walking example of what's wrong with modern humans that don't understand why nature falls apart every time we move in and build a city in it.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's work together to solve the mystery of the pits and clear Ratha of suspicion while we're at it.
No, I'm not gonna work together with you. I refuse until you give me back my dragon. When you give me back Ratha so I can make sure he doesn't fly off the handle and kill a few thousand people, and grows to be a kind and understanding monster that knows its place alongside humans where it belongs, you can go fuck yourself. This moment doesn't work because you guys started this bullshit. And you're forcing me to accept your bullshit instead of learning from me what you did wrong and why.
Well, let's head back for now.
Yeah, let's head back for now, because every single thing that's come out of your mouth, Roberto, all you've done is make me want to throw up.
Roberto? Thanks, dude.
Naviru, shut up. I want to turn you into a fucking Palico football for that.
Sorry I said hunters and riders could never get along.
The way hunters have been treating us this entire game? No, they're never gonna get along.
Hey, no worries.
No, I'm worried.
It did hurt my feelings a bit, though.
Yeah? Well, maybe you shouldn't have been a dick and kidnapped my dragon.
Well, as an apology, I could offer you the fine fungus specimen my buddy found earlier.
How totally rad of you. Thanks. Seems like you got your Gramps smarts after all, huh?
Oh my god. Please tell me that's a poison mushroom.
Let's see. Huh? Oh, there's a bug on it!
Huh? Ah, that's right. It slipped my mind, but Roberto gets totally grossed out by bugs.
Good. Roberto deserves to be grossed out by bugs. Okay, now I gotta take an egg from here. Whatever. I understand completely what the writers were going for. That's the worst part, and it's not happening. It's not happening because it's so terribly executed that honestly, I want to go play Resident Evil 5 again because the story to that game was horribly written, but at least it was a cheesy action movie and with horror elements, so I really didn't have to care. In this game, the story is all about what you need to care about, and when it's so horribly misconstrued, it doesn't work. I probably lost every extra viewer that I just got over the course of that dumbass rant, but that rant was essential because if somebody ever played this game and thought that this game was doing or was telling you something smart and appropriately thought out, I'm sorry, I have to burst your bubble, man, because no, it wasn't. It was telling you an incredibly dumb and oversimplified way of how things work. And it's a way that I wouldn't even tell a child. And I wouldn't tell a child this because the kid is gonna fucking forget what exactly all this means, and they're just gonna go, wait, what? Huh? But, okay, so I guess what that means is I need to go out and start killing things now. Like, that's what I feel like, a kid would take away from that assessment of lesson. I guess I need to go kill shit now. Let me go start murdering rabbits and small animals. You starting to see why that was an incredibly dumb way to put that? Yeah, so am I. And the worst part is that this is a game that was geared toward younger fucking audiences. I don't say this to piss on this game. I say this because it's... The devs should have known better. You need to teach a lesson and articulate it well. When you don't, you fail the audience. And if the audience misinterprets your lesson, well, if it's because you articulated it poorly, guess what? It's on you. Everything bad that happens because of that failed articulation is on you. I am hunting these Plesioths because I need to upgrade. Again, I'm sorry that went on as long as it did, but, like, that's a lesson that's not so easy to explain in a couple of simple sentences. Particularly when you have to... The original Lion King did a better job of explaining the circle of life. Let's put it that way. A king must rule well with wisdom and respect everything from the windswept grass to the leaping antelope. Don't we eat the antelope? Yes. But when we die, we become the grass. And the antelope eat the grass. Oh. We are all connected in the great circle of life.
You can do.
Now that's not a one-for-one, but that's a somewhat paraphrased version of one of the initial scenes to that movie. But it's enough for you to know what he means. It's enough for you to make sense of it. I am so glad that I gave Fox's monster an ability that allows him to regain health every crit. Because he crits every other attack. I found the Xenogre. I'm not strong enough to control it yet.
No biggie, right?
Alright. The worst part is that because this game keeps mis-executing shit, I have to keep going on tangents, but I want to get a lot better at articulating my point of view without losing my mind. The problem is that I have seen games that execute stuff amazingly. And I've seen Capcom execute shit amazingly. I mean, shit. Resident Evil 5, yeah, I mean, it's basically one giant... Oh my god, there are Plesioths everywhere. Well, that's good, because I need all their materials. I will have to end my stream here pretty soon. I will end it after we get back to the city. Okay. After I get back to the city, I am going to, off-camera, do a little bit of grinding to acquire the materials I need for my Legiana weapons to max them out for the next leg of the journey. I kind of have to keep doing that. If I don't, the game is going to very rapidly start beating the living fuck out of me.
It's our clutch moment, dude.
Code Violet will have a new game. Ow! Stop beating the shit out of my Nargacuga. Huh! Doc, I owe you. Holy shit. I need to get you a fucking Christmas gift at some point. Because I haven't ordered you one yet.
I owe you.
I need to sit down today, actually, and do all of my Christmas shopping for my nieces and nephews. the level of capability that class has for all kinds of shit is honestly hilarious to me. Because not only will you be able to stack debuffs on enemies, you'll be able to sow so much chaos. You'll be able to make enemies shoot each other. Yeah, like, you're gonna be... But you'll also have... You'll get upgrades later that will also allow you to sow an ungodly amount of chaos. Like, you'll make enemies attack each other and shit. It's gonna be great. That's okay. Yep. There's a lot of large groups in the early to mid game, though.
I believe you may be having doubts about your mission.
Ratha is at the lab.
Huh? Who's there? You were made commander not for your good judgment, nor for your skills as a scrivener. It was because you understand the bond between Ryder and Monstie better than any of us.
Why do you know where Ratha is? And what's this
That
lab?
doesn't surprise me.
Where is it? Is this? Everything will become clear soon. You must hurry.
Is that
Find
Ninja
yourself at a
Palico?
crossroads and do not know which way to go? Please.
Why is
trust
she
yourself
helping me
and
now?
follow your heart.
Urgent news, Commander!
Have a good night,
There's a
Doc.
monster loose at the lab!
That's why. Ratha got out of control.
We fixed things up for ya!
I see. Roberto, you need to go to the lab.
The lab? What? Did something happen?
I've had a report that a monster has gotten loose. I need you and the other hunters to investigate.
Got it.
Wait a minute! We proved ourselves! Now give us back Ratha!
Ratha isn't here. Right now, he's at the lab.
What? What?
Roberto, hurry!
What about these dudes?
You should go with Roberto. We'll need you to step in if Ratha loses control. If anyone can stop him, it's you. You're his beloved rider, after all.
You shouldn't have separated me from him to begin with!
And of course we'll need your help too, Naviru.
You got it! Just leave it to us!
Huh?
Thank you.
Yeah. Guess I'll see you later then.
After fulfilling a request from the guild, you return to Lulusion to retrieve Ratha. You learn that a monster is attacking a lab, and it turns out that's what Ratha is. Lilia takes a leap of faith and puts her trust in you, the only one able to control Ratha. About time she grew a fucking brain. Alright, thank you all very much for watching. I've been Savage Hound Dusk, and I'll see everybody next time on Monster Hunter Stories 2. Have a nice day, everybody. Make sure to check out my my YouTube channel and my Discord if you're looking for announcements on what I might be playing next. And if you're looking to be able to check out my backlog of videos.